Welcome back, my friendly friends. Whoa, it's not gonna be the same person every time. Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we finished out the Act 1s, both Van's and Swin's. So now the head character of Act 2 is on Yes. Most interesting. So it looks like we've got Swin and Nadia enrolling in the academy. Well, hey, let's check this out. And considering that, what I'm wondering is, Celise got Employee of the Month. We're now in March. Celise got Employee of the Month, but didn't join us in the Märhen Garten. March 5th, 12:09, 8:45 a.m.
All right, everyone, it's time for homeroom.
Oh, that sounds like Toa.
There's less than 3 weeks left in your first year. You're almost at the end.
What is she doing here? Toa, you've already got a teaching gig.
The closing ceremony is on the 23rd of this month, and the day after that is graduation.
All right, so she's had a very eventful first year at Aramis.
Just be aware that the classes are going to be split up a little differently than you're used to. Also, Miss Toa, I have a question.
Why are you here?
Where do your students at the Empire's military academy go when they graduate? Do they all become soldiers or something?
I've been wondering about that too. Oh, yeah, what was the name of the school you teach at? Was it Thor's Military Academy?
The branch campus, actually.
Yes, that's right. This may come as a surprise, but Thor's isn't all that different from any normal high school.
You know what? She's not wrong.
It's true that we do have a special curriculum for those who want to join the military, but not everyone goes that route.
Yeah.
I graduated from there myself, and well, as you can see, I'm an instructor. Yeah, good point.
Now that I think about it, there's a lot of famous people from there that aren't in the military at all.
Isn't that where you transferred in from, Julian?
He's from the Empire?
That's right. I learned quite a bit from Miss Toa and the other staff there.
Man, you're so lucky. I bet the school life's way more fun there.
Well, not particularly.
It hasn't even been 3 full months since she came here, and she's already in everyone's good books. Wasn't she brought over as part of an exchange program with the Erebonian Empire?
So, a teacher from Aramis went over to the branch campus?
Yes, that's right. I also heard that she does work for a famous NGO on top of her regular teaching duties.
Toa continues to impress, that's for sure.
She's supposedly an invaluable asset to them as well. She really is incredible, isn't she?
Incredible doesn't even begin to describe her. Her popularity's well-deserved. I mean, just look at how cute she is! Whether she likes it or not, she's got the attention of the whole school.
That sounds like Toa.
I suppose you aren't wrong there.
Anyway, let's get back on track. Before we begin our first lesson, I want to introduce you to our new short-term exchange students.
Short-term exchange students, so yes. But like, what else could be going on? Pretty fast with it, huh?
Come on in, you two.
I thought there'd be more preamble to this.
Huh? Exchange students?
At this time of year?
Hey! What's up, everyone? Nice to meet ya.
Right before the term ends.
I'm your new classmate, Nadia Rain. But just call me Nana, okay?
So, they're the same age as Agnes.
Not even 10 seconds in and I'm already embarrassed.
That's a lot of energy to be putting out in front of brand new people, I agree.
Well, that's one introduction out of the way. Would you like to do yours, Swin?
Gladly. I'm Swin Abel, and like Nadia, I'm an exchange student from Remiferia.
So that's the cover story, huh?
I know we're coming in pretty late into the school year, but I hope we can become good friends with you all.
Not pretty late. There's basically no school year left.
Holy crap. That Nadia chick's a real cutie.
She is definitely already spoken for, buddy.
Wow. So, quick question. Are you two in a relationship?
Holy, who asks me when they just met that?
I'm so very glad you asked. It just so happens me and S are...
Friends. Don't put any funny ideas in their heads.
Instantly shot her down.
I didn't think they'd actually come to school.
Right.
Is it because of that orb mail from the other day? No, they wouldn't come here just because of that.
Okay, so there's something here they're investigating.
Wait, you know these two? Are they involved with your part-time job?
Now, hold on, Albert. Don't go just saying that out loud.
Sounds like you've really had your hands full on Yes.
They're going to be taking part in the school festival, too. So be sure to give them a nice, warm welcome.
They got here right on time.
I'd really like to give them a tour around the school, but I'm still getting a feel for the place myself.
So she's gonna leave that to on Yes, no doubt.
Oh, I know. Would you mind showing them around for me, Agnes?
She must already know that we're working together.
Yep, Toa's doing this on purpose.
Of course, I'd be happy to.
Make sure that they get the lay of the lands and probably find whatever they're looking for more expediently with her help.
It's settled then. You can show them around during lunchtime if you'd like.
And it would be cool, like, if we take on 4 SPGs as on Yes this time around, that'd be awesome.
Now, let's go over the festival supply list.
Yeah. So, lunch break, we're finally gonna get to tour Aramis. Act 2B, Academy Days. Sorry, Aggie. I just thought it'd be more fun if we kept it a secret. So, what's the verdict? Did we surprise you? Mission accomplished. Anyway, did you two really apply to our short-term exchange program? Sure did. We have a few connections who helped us get in. A few connections? I know Nadia likes to do things on a whim, but this isn't one of those cases. We went through all the proper channels. Well, that's good to hear at least. Swin's just as laid back about this as she is, even though he shows it differently. But why go to all that effort? And why Aramis for that matter? I thought you'd never ask. The reason is, we've been itching to experience the school life. Hanging with friends after school, trying all the cafeteria foods, napping during class, playing hooky, you know, that kind of thing. So, nothing about actually going to school then. The last two you can do without. What he said. Wait, so you two really haven't been to school before? They've had a interesting life experience before now. Never had the chance, being raised in the organization and all. The closest thing was Sunday school when we were really little. I'm not sure how long we'll be staying here in Calvard, but I thought it'd be a good experience for us. We've pretended to be students while on infiltration missions, but I don't count that. Either way, we're just living and having fun in the moment. That's our MO. I understand. That's a totally valid perspective. Given their upbringing, it's only natural that they would want to make up for all the experiences they missed out on. Well then, let's get on with the tour, shall we? I'll show you everything the school has to offer. Yippee! Thanks, bestie! Bestie, huh? She's getting upgrade after upgrade. Alright then, lead the way. Oh, and let's be on the lookout for whatever that message was talking about. Yes, we should keep our eyes peeled for sure. So what's going on at Aramis? Well on the job. Huh? Hey, Aggie, what's with this weird orb mail? She's hanging out and not wearing her hat, huh? Oh, this definitely looks sketch. Let me take a look. What is this? If you desire the truth and wish to bring an end to the oncoming tragedy, investigate Aramis. C strikes again, and again, and again, just for good measure. It's another message from C. But why now? That's the name of the terrorist who caused a stir in Erebonia a couple times. Just won't stay down. You said another message. You've gotten more like this? Well, only one other. It arrived just before last year's Evolution Festival, and we never did get any more information on C. That was definitely a hanging plot thread that I wasn't thinking about. be on guard for the 7th Genesis at the Revolution Festival tomorrow. So, and that ended up being totally valid information. How C came across that info, though, is unknown. The 7th Genesis appeared shortly afterward, so I doubt it was a prank or something like that. Yeah, sounds like it was for real. I can confirm this isn't the 2nd incarnation of C. He happens to be a friend of ours. You're kidding! It's no joke. We also know the 1st C, but we're not as tight with him. From the little I do know, I kinda doubt he'd reach out to you like that. I see. If only Ren were here, she definitely could have traced the message to its source. Where is Ren exactly? I thought after the archive we got at the end of last episode, she'd be featured prominently, but oh yeah, she's not in Calvard right now, is she? They're doing anything to keep from making her a party member. Yes, she's back home in Liberl. Well, it doesn't seem like we'll be arriving at any answers, so let's table this for now. Can't hurt to have it on the brain, though. So, investigate Aramis, and it came from a pretty reliable source. Nothing's happened here since we got that message. But we should still be vigilant. Of course! Vigilant is my middle name! Now, let the tour commence! The Aramis Expedition Squad is ready to rumble! Alright, a brand new team! Oh, brother. First, we were the picnicking front. Now this. Yeah.
Let's start with the main building. We can visit the store and cafeteria on the 1st floor.
Oh, I want to spend tons of time there.
I'd also like to talk with some of the other students while we're wandering around.
Wait, they get 2nd portraits just for this? They sure do. Wow. That's attention to detail we haven't seen since quite literally CS1. I was really impressed by that. I was like, oh, they're taking big time cues from Persona, but it disappeared after that. Nadia and Swin are the first people we've got seen get new portraits, new status icons, whatever the heck you want to call it.
Take all the time you need.
Tyrell Times issue 3, tuna sandwich, and a juice box. Yeah, might as well exchange.
Be seeing you.
Sophie Chatborough up. Never seen you two before. You must be the exchange students I've been hearing about. That would be us, yeah. Nice to meet you, Mr. School Store Guy. The pleasure's all mine. Oh, that's right. There's a card game that's been pretty popular among the students lately. Finally, dude! I've been itching for this. It's so random to introduce it here, though. But alright, would you like to try it out? Are you talking about 7 Hearts? Wait, what? What the heck is 7 Hearts? I really okay, I liked Vantage Masters. Blade was alright. Vantage Masters was my freaking jam. Hopefully 7 Hearts is more like Vantage Masters and less like Blade. Though again, I like Blade, but Vantage Masters is definitely more my speed. That's the one. If you're ever interested in doing battle, just come and find me. Battle! That's a very good indicator! The rules aren't all that complicated. You can even learn as you play. I want to try! It sounds like fun! I'm a little curious myself. 7 Hearts. At the end, the number of cards left in each player's hand and their remaining life points are totaled up. Whoever has the higher number wins. And this one is 4-player, okay? By playing a certain element card, the damage continues to accumulate and is passed on to the next player. The other player in the blue frame is your partner. If your partner is first, then that means you win too. For more information, please refer to the tutorial's explanation of rules and cards. Okay, well, yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a tight 2nd place. Let's go with the normal 2-on-2 rules. Just pick who you want to team up with. Well, the unchosen character will team up with Roscoe. So I guess whoever we pick will probably get connection points with. Tutorial. How to play Seven Hearts. Seven Hearts is a 4-player competitive card game where the victor is determined by effective use of art cards. There are 11 types of art cards, 4 attack types, 4 special types, and 3 high element types. Okay. Each game will have 46 cards in play, 6 attack cards of each basic element, 4 special cards of each basic element, and 2 cards of each high element. Players can use 1 card per turn. However, if any damage is currently stocked on the field, only certain cards can be played. Players will be ranked by the remaining life points and the number of cards in hand. If there is a tie, the player closest to the start of the turn order will be ranked higher. So because I guess you had better opportunities to come out on top, so if you go afterwards, you're ranked lower. The game will end if either of the following conditions are met. A player's life points reach 0, or if there are no more cards to draw from. So what is this, like Battle Uno? Make every card count and lay claim to victory. Alright, well, let's just start. Chrono Drive, Forte, Firebolt, Earthbreaker, Tear.
Go easy on me, please.
Deals 2 damage to the next player in the turn order. Negates damage and allows you to draw 2 cards. Alright. Hydro Cannon. Okay. Restore 2 life.
Having second thoughts?
Yeah.
Here's my trump card.
So Forte. I'm not really sure. Okay. Oh, it reverses the turn order. This is Battle Uno. Dang, if he doesn't have anything for this, yeah. Effed him right up.
I don't know how I pulled that off.
Okay. I actually kind of like that. It's not, okay, they probably wanted something, because Vantage Master, like, even Blade games don't go by that quickly. Whew, you guys are pretty good at this. Never would have pegged you all as beginners. Here, why don't you take this as a reward? A deck of 7 Hearts cards, I'm sure. U material obtained ×2. We'll gladly accept. Thank you. So, what is still... Is it because of 7 Hearts?
All the time you need.
What else?
Be seeing you.
Is it because he's got... Because the fact that that blue thing is still there is bothering me. So, I guess we'll team up with Nadia this time. And we'll just skip to our victory.
I'll take that.
Why'd you take my cards? Nadia, what the heck?
Here I go.
That's it.
Okay, not sure what Nadia's game plan was there.
Oh, guess that's that.
We freaking lost. Nadia, bro! What the heck? I was carrying us! What? Alright. There's a card that lets you take, there's a card that lets you take somebody else's, hand. And so Swin had 5 cards, and that was the last card in my hand. So I took all of Swin's cards. And then I was like, oh, this is Boku options. We were winning. We were doing really freaking well. Then Nadia plays the same card, and she takes my hand. So, of course, we freaking lost. I was carrying so hard. Okay, well, whatever. This must be the courtyard. Oh, I like the feel of this place. Nadia! God dang it, dude! Crap! The vibe's definitely unique. like it's somehow laid back and lively at the same time. Well, this high school has seen a lot of history since its founding by Aramis Gainsbourg. Oh, that's his last name. That's a friggin' last name. Learning spaces like these are set to foster one's personal creativity. Gainsbourg sounds a lot like Gainsborough, doesn't it? You don't say. Maybe this will be what awakens S to the wonders of art. If I go down that road, it'll end with us panhandling on the side of it. Well, we can't have that. Then I'd have to be the one providing for you and spoiling you rotten and... On second thought, that just might work. Not in a million years. To your right-hand side is the auditorium, and sided is the stage where we'll be holding events for the school festival. On the left, we have the clubhouse, where each club gets their own room to use as they see fit. So it reminds me of Genus. Over there is the basketball court, where our PE classes are usually held. Though if it rains, they'll move it to the auditorium. There is also a pool farther down on the right, but it's currently closed for the off-season. Oh, okay, because I guess winter did just end, so... For how relatively small this campus is, they sure have a lot of amenities. Hey Aggie, what about the most important amenity of all? The cafeteria? What would that be? The best spot to play hooky without getting caught, the roof. I don't think we have one of those, sorry to say. No joke? Well, that doesn't sound like a very healthy academic environment. Said no academic ever. Ooh. And so we've got another blue sub-event.
A basketball court? Huh. Aramis sure does have a wide variety of extracurricular activities.
Our basketball team happens to be really strong this year. We're also famous for our fine arts club.
Okay. So, boys basketball team member, and these are their PE uniforms. Hey, you guys interested in basketball? There's no freaking way. Want to play around with me? A one-on-one shouldn't be anything too strenuous. We can play basketball? Oh, sounds like fun. I heard basketball is part of the physical education curriculum here. This might be a good chance for us to get a feel for it. That's the spirit. You know, I can even teach you some of the rules if you want. Whoa, they really branched out. We can play basketball in trails? That sounds like a good idea. A one-on-one with the challengers on the basketball court is now available. Select who to play by setting them as the party's leader before speaking to the opponent. Let's see what Agnes's hops are looking like. Oh, whoops. Change difficulty level. Let's just hop right in.
Okay, let's begin.
Okay. Basketball offense. Oh, we can play this as Van as well. Hold X to shoot the ball at the basket. Use the left stick to move left or right in order to evade the defense. Aim for the white line on the meter and release X to shoot. The closer you are to the white line, the greater your chance of success. Dang, bro is on us. All right, Agnes. Uh-oh. Hold on, that one doesn't count. Nothing but net.
I'm sorry.
Okay, defense. Move with the left stick and block your opponent's shot. While dribbling, steal the ball with square. When shooting, use triangle to block. During a game, you will get 2 chances to play offense and 2 chances to play defense. Alright, yeah! Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. No! Give us that MF ball. Yeah!
Take that.
No! Alright. Alright, hold on. Yes is about to have to learn this boy up some. Yeah! Uh-oh. Bro doesn't know nothing about that. Uh-oh. God dang it. Alright, all we gotta do is go ahead and show him up a little bit. Give us that ball. Give me that. Come here. Uh-oh. Nope. F out of here with that. Nope. Who said you could shoot? All right. Wait, I thought we only had two chances. God dang it. Wait, hold on. All right.
So happy.
Uh-oh. That's got to be illegal. Ooh. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Nope.
There, I did it.
What did he did he a pump fake? That's not loud. Hold on. Wait, no. Okay. Dude, is this guy supposed to be on the team? He had a free friggin' shot and effed it up. Nope. All right.
Ooh, I think I did fairly well.
Yeah. You beat us good. How about that? I've got half a mind to recruit you, but hey, time and place. Anyway, here's your prize. Power tablet obtained ×2. Oh, are you sure we can have this? Yes, you just beat a member of the basketball team on your first time playing. She didn't even know the rules before now. Yeah, that right there is proof you pulled out a win against our club. Feel free to drop by again if the mood strikes. Then we can sign you up for the team. Sounds like a plan. Ah, you sly dog. You almost got me there. Joining a club isn't something I ever considered, but I guess it's just a normal part of student life. Dang. Yes is to be respected, that's for sure. Ooh, and the shop has something new. So let us away. So
Is this who I think it is?
Aramis?
This is a statue of Aramis Gainsborough. He's our school's founder and a prominent artist.
Wow, he looks handsome. Though not half as handsome as S, of course.
Why am I being compared to a statue of a middle-aged man?
She has to let you know where she stands. Yes! Cafeteria time! I knew you'd be excited about this part. Let's find ourselves a seat and have some lunch. You don't have to tell me twice. Oh, I'm gonna get one of everything. That's a lot of calories. You're gonna get... La la la, I can't hear you. And plus, they do a lot of strenuous activity all day, every day. She'll be aight.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
Ooh, Aramis platter. Yes, please.
Please, come back anytime.
And I believe... Well, give me 1 second before we sit down and eat. Do I spy with my little eye? Wait, how do I get... Let's check here first. Alright, so nothing new there, but how does one gain access? There we go. Yes. Okay.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
So what we're going to do is chat her up. Welcome. What can I get you? Hit me with the tastiest thing on the menu, please. Funny girl, this one. In that case, I recommend either the A combo or the hamburger steak platter. They're our most popular selections. Additionally, you can add something from the sides menu. We also have 5 dessert items to choose from. Oh, I just died and went to food heaven! Hey S! What should I get? Ow, my ears. Well, I can't blame her for being excited. Aramis's cafeteria is well known for its delicious foods. Why don't we take a look at the menu? Did Yes end up getting like soup or something? This is the best bowl of stew I've had in my whole life! It's a pretty standard dish, but the flavor is fantastic. This place's reputation is more than well deserved. I'm glad you like it. Like it? I love it! There's so many yummy looking foods to choose from, I don't even know where to begin. They even have a snazzy ice cream shop just around the corner. Aramis rules! If you love the food so much, why don't you just marry it? The mystery of the century. Oh, this is a little off topic, but I've been meaning to ask. is it really okay for you to leave the office unattended? I mean, Van had to go places sometimes too, so... Ah, right. I guess Van did leave us in charge of it. I wouldn't worry. Requests aren't coming in as much, so I think we can grind them out after school and on the weekends. Yeah, we had so much free time we didn't know what to do with ourselves. Besides, we haven't had any luck finding clues about the fairy's whereabouts. She'll make herself known before too long, I'm sure. You mean the fairy that was with the Crimson Grendel? I heard they showed up in the Blacklight District. You heard right. She has something to do with what you're searching for, right? Yeah, that's as far as we've gotten, though. We've tried to find out more while we've been out doing requests, but nothing's turned up yet. I'm sorry to hear that. That weird time leap thing hasn't happened since then either. At least, I don't think it has. Okay, so it makes sense that clearly they've gone through this. They probably have told everybody relevant about the fact that they've been going back in time, I guess. I'm thinking it only triggers when someone's life is in danger. I know it saved us several times over, but honestly, I don't want to go through anything like that ever again. Right, dying multiple times couldn't have been fun. Yeah, I'm glad the two of you are safe and all, but that whole thing worries me. I just get this feeling that something strange is going on. I really hope Van's alright. The poor, lonely, and beautiful damsel awaits the arrival of her dashing knight. Ooh, I bet I could turn this into a novel. It writes itself. What? The two lovers were rent asunder, but they will always be together in their hearts. I think I'm sitting on a gold mine here. Wait, back up. Lovers? What are you even saying, Nadia? Right. Oh my gosh. What was her name? It's not, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot her name. Holy crap. Dang, it is not coming to me. Oh well. Alright, you can stop tormenting the poor girl now. Hurry up and finish your lunch. Holy. What the heck? Why can't I think of it? And whatever. The three continued to enjoy their lunch, and after indulging in some desserts, they returned to exploring the campus. But that, we already know books, man. If nothing else, Zemurians love their bestsellers. That much is for sure. So what do we have? Looks like we can add... Ooh.
Oh, look! Another statue!
Another?
Yes, we have 2 statues of Aramis on campus.
Wow. That's kind of indulgent, don't you think? 2 statues of the same... Well, I guess if it's your academy, you can have as many statues of your selfie as you like, I suppose, but... I don't know. Still seems a little indulgent to me. Where is this? There's somewhere we can shop on this floor. Should it... Here we go. Aha. Alright. Unsweetened canned coffee. I don't know. Sounds intense. Toa, what's up? Oh, this is the faculty office. The teacher's lounge. You want to offer optional supplemental classes? I see. Well, we can certainly look into that. I just hope you aren't piling too much onto your plate. It's full enough as it is. Toa is the master of being able to handle everything. I appreciate the concern, Mr. Powell, and thank you for always listening to my ideas. Of course, I'm always happy to lend an ear. Well, I suppose I should take my leave. You have visitors who look quite eager to speak with you. Sorry about that, Tiny Teach. We didn't mean to interrupt. That's perfectly alright, but, please use your inside voice when in the faculty lounge. Okay, Nadia? It's funny that we ended up in your class. Small world, isn't it? Incredibly so. Oh, do you two know Miss Toa? That's right. We met a while back. It's good to see you both again. You look like you've been doing well. How long's it been now? 2 years? Man, it feels like it was only yesterday. We met a lot of people from Thor's during that incident in Crossbell. Oh, that's when you met. Were they involved in all of that? They most certainly were, Agnes. They most certainly were. I didn't realize you got swept up in that whole ordeal. Well, it's not really the kind of thing I'd bring up at school. Anyway, when I caught wind that you two would be coming here, I immediately applied to be a facilitator. She's here because of... Wait, what? So she applied to be a faculty member at Aramis because she got wind that Swin and Nadia were coming to Calvard? I know all about what you both have been up to, like how you're helping out in Agnes's part-time job, for example. So of course she's very well connected, very well in the know. Now it all makes sense. Still, this is a lot to take in at once. I mean, you being a part of the war as a member of Thor's military academy was enough of a surprise by itself. I heard you played an especially important role in it too. That's why I'm betting you came out here to Calvard with some kind of hidden agenda. I'm on to you, Tiny Teach. What are you... Nadia, don't be rude. But, I mean, she's probably right, though. Notice how that's not a rebuttal. It's true that I'm a Thor's alumnus, and yes, I do some work for an NGO as well. But there's no hidden agenda, I promise. I'm just here as a teacher, and as someone who wants to promote peace between nations. Right. So, there's no hidden agenda just yet. Bringing together Calvard, the Empire, and all the other surrounding nations will be no easy feat. Yeah, achieving world peace is generally thought to be pretty difficult to do. But that won't stop me from chasing a solution. That's what I'm here to do. Wow, I never realized you were trying to achieve such a lofty goal. Lofty is right. Still, I'm not buying what she's feeding us. World peace? A likely story. Not everything's a conspiracy. By the way, we wanted to ask you about something. We got this weird orb mail the other day. It was from a person named C. You know, like the one that you're friends with. She's actually friends with both C's. Do you think, well... Actually, no, she's not. He's right. He was right to speak in the singular. She's not friends with the other one. Do you think we should send a cryptic message to do you think he would send a cryptic message to Arkwright Solutions? You think you got a message from Crow? Whoa, she's just outright saying it? Alright, well yeah, Crow was the first C. No, I really don't think so. He gave that name up a long time ago. Yeah, at this point, it would have been about 5 years back. He gave that name up a long time ago, so there'd be no reason for him to use it as his signature. It's more likely your correspondent stole the moniker. It wouldn't be the first time that happened. That's what I thought too. Thanks, Tiny Teach. If I remember correctly, the first C was a terrorist who caused a huge uproar in the Empire. Miss Toa has an interesting choice of friends. To be fair, he wasn't a brutal terrorist of Erebonia when she was friends with him. Actually, he was. She just didn't know that. Sorry. I've probably got you thinking all kinds of wild things now. Well, it was nice chatting with you all, but we'd better stop here. Lunch break's going to be over before we know it. Feel free to stop by and talk with me anytime, though, okay? Roger Dodger! Thank you for your time. Wow. So, I don't like... It's always interesting to me what they choose to reveal or not reveal. Well, I guess it's a lot safer to do so in Daybreak 2 because, like, who would want their, like... Well, there probably are people whose first game was Daybreak 2, but, you know, if you're getting spoiled for the previous games, that's kind of your fault, ain't it? Oh, on Yes's base of operations, this must be the student council room. That's right. Would you like to pop your heads in and say hi? This is where Ren works, right? Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, so who's inside?
Oh, hi, Agnes. I see you brought the exchange students with you.
You must be showing them around campus.
Sup, you two? You were in our class earlier, right?
Yep. My name's Odette, and this is Albert. The two of us and Agnes are all part of the current student council.
Oh, so you're Ren's lackeys. Oof, you guys must have it rough. I'm sure.
I'm no one's lackey. Wait, you know Ren?
And I'm sure Ren doesn't give them anything she doesn't know for sure they can't handle. I'm sure it seems that way. Or it sure seems that way. I'm guessing she had a hand in their transfer here. Yeah, she put us in touch with the right people. Ren's the best! She's always got our backs when we're in a bind. Shame she's away. We'll need to swing by again when she's back so I can say hi. I'm not sure if she'll be back during the events of this. Because these, like, if she came back, they would have to bend over backwards to keep her out of the party. Oh, right. I think she'll be back next week, so you could come visit then if you'd like. I never knew she had connections in Remerferia, though. The plot thickens. Albert, you have no idea. There's no real point in thinking too hard on it. I doubt those connections are on the up and up. You'd be right. A lot of them are not. Anyway, the student council has been hard at work preparing for the festival. Oh, so you guys are the ones who got saddled with all the busy work. I don't think they are bearing the entire load, though. Seems like everyone's in a rush to meet the deadline. The middle of next month is creeping up on us fast. Some classes haven't even decided on what their theme's going to be. And we've got a budget allocations, PR stuff, mountains of supplies to look over. I feel a migraine coming on. Sorry. I know I haven't been pulling my weight lately, but I'll fix that soon, I promise. I haven't been pulling my weight, she says. Girl, don't think I didn't notice all the work you put in yesterday. And the documentation you put together has helped us stay on track. Trust me, we're fine. Alright, I have a favor to ask. Could you take a look at the suggestion box for us? Whoa! Massive throwback. Is a suggestion box going to be a bunch of requests? We haven't been able to get around to it ourselves, and hey, maybe Swin and Nadia can help out too. That kind of sounds like a pain, but I could be swayed if you hand over some free lunch vouchers. You know what? As a Spriggan, it is Nadia's duty to get paid for her work. I don't think we have those. Oh, but Ren has some tea and cookies stashed away here. Okay, I'm on the case. She'll help herself. I am so sorry about her. She gets carried away with her wheeling and dealing. I can see that. So, oh, there's the first bell. Oh, we're not gonna, I thought we were about to get a requests tutorial. Already? But I want to have more fun. You've had more than enough fun. Anyway, we still have a little bit of time before class, but we should head back before long. Good idea. To advance the main story, select head back to class from the travel menu. So, are there any other anythings that catch our... Oh, there's no... Well, I guess the request thing was just a... Whoa, what's that? Is it... No, it is. Okay, I walked right past this. Yes, it is. It's requests. Overdue book retrieval. Ooh, reminds me of the student notebook from CS1. That was... the two requests... Like, the two requests to stick out most in my mind are one of the first ones you get in Trails in the Sky, where you need to collect something from the path that leads to Asmella's tower, and I couldn't find it. And this was before the era of the mini-map telling you exactly where to go. Was it 5 mushrooms or something like that? It's something you're supposed to collect on the trail up to Asmella's tower, and I failed that request. I simply could not find the item that we were after. And in Cold Steel 1, one of the first requests you get is trying to find somebody's lost student notebook. And at that stage, I did not know that the mini-map would simply tell you where it was at. So I don't think I completed that one either. But at this point in time, that was almost 10 years ago, so I could be mistaken. I think the second one, I definitely didn't finish Trails in the Skies, that request. I think I did end up finding the notebook. No, if I had to bet on it, I think I failed that request too. I probably gave up on it, I think. But like I said, it's been 10 years, so hey. A number of library books have been kept past their due date recently. Would the student council be willing to retrieve them for me? If so, I'll be waiting in the library. I can explain its in detail there. This must be the suggestion box. I kind of like, she couldn't have just given us a list. Collecting overdue books. So, this is the kind of thing the student council helps out with. That's right. We try to resolve any issues that crop up in the student body's daily lives at school, even the small ones. So you're telling me that in addition to doing 4 SPGs, Agnes has also basically been doing 4 SPGs at school this entire time too? Of course, there's only so many problems we can deal with at once, but we try our best. You're so mature, Aggie. Okay, you've convinced me. I'll give it a shot. Besides, it kind of sounds like it could be fun. That's all it takes, huh? Well then, why don't we head over to the library to speak with Aria? And luckily, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Whoa. This place is way more robust than the branch campus's library, and I don't remember what the main campus's library looked like. Like I said, it's been a while. Hello, Aria. Oh, hello, Agnes. Are you here to check out a book? I see you've brought some friends with you, too. I'm Nadia. And I'm Swen. They're our new short-term exchange students. I was just giving them a little tour of campus. Anyway, we checked the suggestion box along the way and read your letter. Would you mind telling us a little more about those overdue books? Oh, that. Well, if the student council is willing, I'll gladly take all the help I can get. The thing is, there are a few books I want to display during the school festival, but they still haven't been returned yet. They've only got a singular copy each. Oh, right. I remember you saying you wanted to set up a book display soon. Yes, I'm planning to set up a collection of books centered around Aramis and the Calvardian Revolution. Oh, so people can enjoy the festival and learn about history at the same time. It's a fairly big library, so I'm sure you'll have plenty of options. That's true. However, I was hoping I could ask you to look for 3 books in particular. Would you mind? Yeah. Only law. Of course we can't get up to anything too gray, or especially not anything too chaotic at school. Understood. We'd be happy to collect them for you. Those are precious school resources after all. It wouldn't be right to leave them unaccounted for. Yeah, gotta punish those rascals for not turning their books in on time. Who has them checked out anyway? A second year named Donatello, and 2 first years named Julian and Shinon. Shinon, I remember from the previous game, and Julian was the guy who said that Agnes's dad was hot. You know, a great man once said, what you're missing today was not so yesterday. Oh, so wise. Sounds more like someone stating the obvious to me. I'm a little surprised to hear Julian's name come up, though. He doesn't seem like the book-borrowing type. Oh, yeah. He didn't seem like the type to keep anything past the due date. Oh, no, he's super responsible. Maybe he's not the guy who said that, then. Well, regardless, late is late. I'd really appreciate it if you could go talk to the 3 of them for me. Of course. We'll take care of it. The Aramis Expedition Squad Arkwright Solutions Edition.
Let's wrap this up quickly.
We have to. The first bell's already rung. So, let's see who's our first bookworm who's gone rogue.
That's just a rumor, right?
Their love of the written word has taken them to the extremes. We must correct them. They can't bogart the knowledge and hoard it for themselves. It wants to be free. It needs to be shared.
One sec.
So. Oh no! I completely forgot! Well, that was easy. So it'll probably be Julian who's going to be an issue. Here it is. It's a biography on General Atkinson. I started getting interested in him after I saw Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. That movie was pretty legit. Gloria. Wait, was that what it was called? The one that Nina starred in as a... Because I remember Nina starred in it and there was some controversy over the fact that she was Eastern, playing a white character. It's a movie about the Calvardian Revolution that was in theaters last year. General Olgar Atkinson was a comrade of Sheena Dierk, the mother of the revolution. The general used to be an officer in the Old Royal Army when he was young, right? Oh, so he was on the enemy side, huh? He was an exceptional young commander. He had this incredibly sincere disposition and was said to be very skilled with a sword. However, he was born in the East, so he was actually only half white, and it still gets me the frankness of how race comes up in this series is not something that I'm used to in my JRPGs. I do like that though. He was even shunned within the military just because he wasn't born pure-blooded. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. What are we talking about? What are we getting into? I'm sure they were just jealous of his accomplishments. Right. That's what it was. It wasn't just racism. Yeah, but the thing is, even though my situation's not exactly the same, I can kind of relate to him. Oh, is she part Eastern as well? The times may have changed, but racism is still a very real thing in Calvard. Whoa! And again, so frank. She actually just came out and called it what it was. Swin. And since I've got Eastern blood in my veins too, his story felt pretty relevant. Aw. She felt represented by Ulgar's story, though. Okay, Ulgar Atkinson is not a name that I would associate with the East. Not like Aaron Way, you know. But you know what? That's fine. You can be named John Smith and look like Bruce Lee, I guess. So, well, if you're American at least. I'm not sure how they get down in other parts of the world, but yeah. I guess I got so wrapped up in thinking about it that I just lost track of time. I'm sorry you all had to come track me down. Don't even worry about it. And if I ever find anyone talking bad about you, they can look forward to swallowing a mouthful of needles. All right, Nadia, John Brown's got nothing on you. Oh, you don't need to go that far for me, really. I can't promise everything will get better in the future, but I hope we can at least create plenty of good memories together. Yes. And with me too, I've got a whole list of school stuff I want to try out. Now that we're classmates, we can hang out together all the time. That goes for you too, S. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'm interested in hearing more about that movie you mentioned too. You really should see it. I actually really liked it. Though the fact that her last name is pronounced Dierk, it will never not get me. Thanks, you guys. With the school festival coming up, I'm sure we'll have more than enough time to hang out with each other. Alright, so that's Shinon done. Who's our next literary rabble-rouser? Rascal. Keeping all the books to themselves. A truly... Oh, are they out... Wait, what? Are they outside? Oh, wait. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Interesting. Oh, well, Aramis is a big place. There we go. Why the heck?
These are the special classrooms.
Oh.
Wait, my next class is here. I totally thought it was somewhere else.
And this is why you should read signs beforehand.
Well, it's a good thing our wandering took us here.
Do you have a moment?
So, this guy... Wow, I wasn't expecting a student council representative to come collecting overdue books. I had every intention of returning it. It's just... Does he? Okay, cool. Well, here you go. Sorry to get it back so late. A biography of Aramis Gainsbourg. This book is right up your alley, isn't it? You see, Donatello is studying fine art at the moment. He even showed me one of his landscape paintings of Edith. You can really feel the essence of the city through his work. He has a very lovely way of painting. I suppose it's a little uppity of me to comment on an upperclassman's work, though. Like, I was wondering, I was gonna say, like, if they're classmates, it makes sense, but she seems really in the know. Well, I guess if she's a student council representative who spent a lot of the year helping out the school, then she would be very much more familiar with her peers, even the upperclassmen, than you normally would be. So I guess it's not too strange. Not at all. To be honest, it's actually pretty nice to hear someone compliment my art. I know what's the name of this school, but Aramis was some artist guy too, right? Wasn't he the school's first principal? I think I saw a bronze statue of him on campus. 2 even! Talk about indulgent. That's right. More importantly, however, he was also a leading figure in the Calvardian Revolution. He was considered quite unique, even amongst his contemporaries. I'm sure someone with sensibilities like his would stand out in any time period. So was he foppish? Sounds like an interesting guy. Maybe I'll give that book a read myself. Oh, hold on a second. What's wrong? Did he leave a bookmark in it or something? Sorry, I just realized I should have said something sooner. Well, I messed up one of the pages. I wasn't thinking and ended up getting some ink on it. I tried to find a replacement as soon as I could, but it turns out that it's been out of print for a while now. That's why I've been holding off on returning it. Oh. I wonder if they'd make him pay for it. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have been doodling while I was reading. Oh, is that all? Huh? I thought maybe you dumped a bunch of tea all over it or something. I'm assuming most of it's still legible, right? Yeah, you can still read it just fine. My pen only slipped and rubbed along the page a bit. Oh, that's barely defacement. Well, we'll go ahead and take it back as is for now. But if you're really that concerned, why not go talk to Arya about it? I'm sure she'll realize it was just a mistake. She knows the kind of person you are. You're right. I should go apologize to her. Thanks, Agnes. And thank you two as well. Alright then. We'd better get going. We'll see you later, Donatello. So, last but not least, he's evaded us for long enough. It's time to find our final culprit and bring Julian to the justice he oh so richly deserves. Uh-oh, we can't go upstairs. No roof access? What is this? I don't know. Aramis definitely... Wait, is Aramis bigger than the branch? No. Interesting. Well, actually, no, this isn't a...
It has to be a crime for them to lock us indoors when the weather's so nice. I say we ditch school.
I have a better idea. How about we not cut class on our first day of school?
Right.
That would be for the best. Besides, you'd need special permission to go off campus during school hours.
Special permission? Thinking of special permission after I hopped the friggin' fence. Oh, what's Bro up to? No, this is a different guy. He's the transfer from Erebonia. You're right, I did borrow that book. But you're saying it still hasn't been returned? Did he lend it out to somebody else? Ugh, he swore he would get it in by its due date. Yeah, whoever, he probably loaned it to the guy I'm thinking of. You mean you gave it to someone else? No, well, I mean, I guess that's technically accurate, but... You see, I checked out a biography on Sheena Dierk, but then my friend said he needed to use it for something in one of his classes. I know that I shouldn't have let someone else borrow a book I'm responsible for, and I did try to refuse him at first. It's just that he was so flustered. He said he was desperate for it. I mean, he even promised to return it for me. Sounds like he didn't leave you with much choice. That's normal, though. Friends borrow stuff from each other all the time. I mean, at least I think they do. By any chance, does this friend of yours happen to be Lyle? I guess there's no hiding it from you, huh, Agnes? We'll go ask him about it then. Lyle tends to be pretty forgetful, so I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for all the trouble, but if you could go and check in on him, I'd really appreciate it. So, I think Lyle, if Lyle is who I'm thinking of, then he is red-haired. And I noticed, so, including Aria, there are a lot of students from here, like Shinon. Well, this place is much more of a racial melting pot. Yeah, this is the guy I was thinking of this whole time. But Calvard specifically is a pretty big racial melting pot. Like, I think, there were characters who were from, well, Gaius was from, was Nordic, whatever the heck the demonym from, for them is. But there are a lot of brown-skinned characters here, and you can't, with the art style, you cannot tell who's white versus who's Eastern. But Shinon, like she said, there's a bunch of them here, so that's cool. Oh, crap, I totally forgot. All's well that ends well. Sorry, it totally slipped my mind. This is the one you're looking for, right? A biography of Sheena Dierk. Yes, this should be the one. Julian said you needed it for help with something in your history class? Yeah, I've been really falling behind lately. It's just that it takes me so much longer to read than everyone else. Is he dyslexic? I'm impressed that you're so diligent about catching up. Well, that's me, the picture of diligence. Oh. Anyway, yeah, it was mostly my fault. Just seeing how hard Julian was working made me think, man, I gotta study harder too. Well, that's a very, what is that, positive peer pressure? Plus, it's always nice to learn something new, don't you think? But I guess none of it will really matter in the end, since I'm planning to go back home after I graduate, I mean. Want to give my mom a little break. So, he doesn't aspire to go into, like, the military or something? Aw, that's so sweet, Lyle. Wait, hold on. Are you into me? Jeez, alright, well, hey! Yeesh. You were doing pretty good there until you face planted on the landing. Alright. Anyway, maybe try not to cause Julian any more headaches, okay? Yeah, you're right. I feel really bad about putting him out like that. I'll have to apologize to him later. Well, or we'll make sure the book gets returned. See you later, Lyle. And good luck with that whole, other stuff. That should be all 3 books. Let's head back to Aria. So, we've gotten our, well, actually, and this, it's been a very, very long while, but it's extremely nostalgic doing school requests yet again. After, like, 8 years. Wait, where's the library? Oh, okay, cool. Here we go. We've got some very good news for you. Wait, what? Oh. I managed to enter the wrong building, or the wrong room. There we go. We got here eventually. We've collected the books you asked for, Aria. Agnes handed the 3 titles to Aria. Yeah, see, like, she's clearly, Eastern? Wait. Wait, have they made... Well, it's whatever. Yes, this looks like all of them. That was quick. Thanks for the help. Well, I did have 2 extra sets of hands. Was there anything else you needed? Well, there's more. Oh, sounds like you've got some more tasks for us. Lay it on me. Well, if you insist, I suppose there is one other thing I wanted to ask about. Is this gonna be the question that decides how much law we get? It's not an overdue book, though. Actually, it's a script. It was for a play that was put on during the school festival 8 years ago. Wow! Is it gonna be the Magical of White Magnolia? A script? 8 years ago? Isn't that when... Actually, no. That play was put on 7 years back, so... Was it originally kept in the library? No, there's no record of it at all in our indexes. My understanding is that the play was based on the Calvardian Revolution. However, from the rumors I've heard, it was a little controversial. Oh, did it depict things a little too true to life? I assume the decision was made to keep it out of the library because they didn't want students to have access to it. A controversial play, huh? Tell me more. It covered the 4 main figures of the revolution: Sheena, Olgar, Aramis, and August. So that's your initial party if they ever do a Calvardian Revolution game. The goal was to depict their time before and after the revolution based on historical evidence. Well, some historical evidence anyway. In reality, it was a parody, adding in new, alternative interpretations of the characters. Oh, so it was like, what, a send-up of the events? Sheena was basically portrayed as an airhead, and Olgar Atkinson was so hot-blooded you might as well have called him sweltering. Wow, that sounds super fun! Yes, a lot of people actually gave it rave reviews for how entertaining it was, but at the same time, there were also many who didn't approve of it. Yeah, so, but I enjoy that kind of thing. Historical parody movies. What is it, America the Musical or something like that? Or America the Movie? It must have brought about a lot of debate. I can see why the school wanted stored somewhere else. But in spite of all that, I'd like to put the script on display. All creators have the right to freedom of expression. Prohibiting access to it would be inexcusable. Plus, this is 8 years ago we're talking about. Anyone with strong opinions about it doesn't even attend Aramis anymore. Hear, hear! I want to read it too. Wait, 8 years ago? That would have been around the time that Van, Renee, and everybody would have been attending Aramis then. Was it someone they knew who had a strong opinion against it? I guess that only leaves the question of where to start looking. So this is probably going to take us down their footsteps. I think it might be a good idea to check the student council office. Oh, really? What makes you say that? Well, all the documentation of past school festivals is kept in there. I just figured it might be stored with the rest. I see. I guess you really were the right girl for the job. Please bring it by if you happen to find it. Sorry for the extra trouble, but I really do appreciate you doing all this. But yes, they've roped us in. We're about to get some information. Do you know something about that play, Agnes? It almost seemed like you knew more than you were letting on back there. I noticed that too. Maybe like you've actually seen it before? There's no hiding anything from you two, is there? Not that I actually have anything to hide, mind you. Last year, the student council sat down and watched footage of several previous school festivals. Wait, what? You're telling me that, well, I guess they had photo quartz, watched footage of it? But I thought like recording quartz was something that had only recently been invented and, well, no. Because those events happened in 1204, and they had footage of the production festival, the production run of Class 7 did, which would have been the year prior. So I guess photo quartz back in or video recording quartz or whatever the heck, back in 1201 isn't that much of a stretch. The play Arya was talking about was included in the footage. The ones who organized it were part of the past student council. In this case, Mr. Kincaid, Elaine, and Van. Yeah, good times. Oh, now I get it. It makes a lot more sense knowing Van was involved. Yeah, he's not exactly known for coloring inside the lines. Anyway, that's why I'm almost certain the script is in the student council office, so she thinks Van probably protected it. Let's try looking for it with shard search so that we don't disturb Odette and Albert. Got it. Yeah, let's get to it. Would we need some sort of signature of the thing to... But, oh well. Yes. Shard tokens, all hours, yum yum. So, what do we have? Oh, whoops. Let's step outside for a moment. Oh, it's still showing us... Oh, it's showing us the results from our most recent battle, which was against that guy. Is it possible someone threw it out? I'm sure none of our current members did, at least. I bet if Ren stumbled onto it, she'd put it somewhere for extra safekeeping. You think maybe they moved it to some super secret archive? The current student council doesn't seem to have any clue of its whereabouts. If only we could ask some of the older members. So it's time to hit up Elaine and Renee. In that case, why don't we ask Frederica? Is she like a... Wait, what year does this... I think Ren... Does this school go up to 3 years, or is it a 2-year school like Thor's? Considering she was our last student council president, maybe she'll know something. I believe she should be in the 3rd-year classroom on this floor. Wait, so she lost a student councilship, but she still attends? Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's go ask her. And okay, yes, this is a 3-year school then. So I guess the student council presidency can be held by, anyone. You can have it 1 year and lose it the next.
Do you have a moment?
Well, how should I know? And even if I did, what makes you think I'd tell one of Ren's crew? Oh, she did not lose the presidency lightly. But we know how Ren became the student council president. Everybody was super for it. She sure is friendly. Ren's crew, huh? You're right. How silly of me. It was 8 years ago, after all. Of course I'm right. It's not like I was their homeroom teacher or something. Oh, Van's homeroom teacher. Man, figured you would have forgotten all about me already. Nice seeing you, Mr. Powell. Forgotten? Impossible. You don't just forget students as special as you, Van. Is this something that happened in the previous game? I do not remember this. I am glad that despite everything you seem to be doing well. I think, or maybe vaguely, I don't think we ever went inside Aramis. Maybe we saw him at the festival? This conversation is not ringing a bell. Guess we should try somewhere else. Thanks for the help. Come on, Aggie, let's go. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry for the bother, Frederica. Just what are those three up to anyway? So, well, it seems like there's some tension there, but that's good. I think it's important for Ren to have academic rivals, or whatever kind of adversarial relationship they've got. Alright, buddy.
1 sec.
That sure takes me back. Heck, I remember it like it was yesterday. Van and the others really put their all into that festival. Not just the planning either, but all the prep work for the performance too. They'd head straight to the student council room after class, and boy did they ever have their hands full. They only finished the day of the festival. It seemed like a pretty big workload, but I'm sure they were having a ball the whole way through. So that's what they were like. But what about the script? Unfortunately, I don't know where it is either. I recall hearing some negative feedback on the performance, but I didn't think it would affect how the school decided to store their script. Why don't you try asking Miss Matilda, the school nurse? She's been with the school longer than I have, after all, and I'm pretty sure she was an advisor to the student council at the time. Ooh, maybe she can point us in the right direction. So this is a more indirect trip down memory lane, but still. Thank you so much, Mr. Powell. Good luck with your search. So Miss Matilda, was she the lady in green standing by the window, I wonder? She is not her. I don't know who that is then. But yeah, I thought this request would have us speaking with, or hitting up Elaine and Renee. Or maybe even a Van cameo. I'm not sure what her being with the school long would have to do with anything if it went missing at the same time he was here, but... Oh my, that certainly does bring back memories. Could you wait just a moment, actually? She has it. I believe it was on this shelf. Ah yes, here it is. So Ren gave it to her? This must be it. The story of the Calvardian Revolution. Sounds like a B-grade knockoff. It's got Van's name on it, though. Did he write this? There's no way! Oh, what fun times those were. The three running the festival that year were such close friends, too. They used to claim Kincaid was the most extraordinary president the student council had seen since its inception. Elaine was the first-year vice president at the time as well, and to say she was taken aback by the script would be putting it lightly. But in the end, she agreed to play the main role of Sheena. Elaine played Sheena? I must say, she inhabited the character wonderfully. I really wish we could see that. If there's even a CG of it, I'd be happy. Funny to think Van would write the character as such an airhead, though. Seems like he was taking jabs at everybody. He also took on the majority of the backstage work as well. Although I'll admit I hadn't thought him to be the responsible type. So Van did everything he could to participate as well. He made a huge production for the festival. I really respect that. Since he was in charge of general affairs, he decided to take the initiative by writing and producing the script. That really does sound like Van. But as you've already gathered, the content was a bit controversial, so the school elected not to store it in the library. That's why I've kept it here instead. I say we take a peek. What? Right now? Under normal circumstances, I'd suggest we do it later, but honestly, I'm kind of curious too. Swin. Oh, there's no need to worry. I don't mind. In fact, it gladdens the heart to know someone's interested in reading it again. I never thought I'd see the day. Oh, and please give Arya my regards. I also want to see the contents of it. Well, if she says it's okay, then... Wow! Look at all these notes! He even wrote out all the stage directions. You fools dare to defile my sanctuary? Then the time has come to expose my master plan. Wait, what's with these lines? Is this supposed to be a gust? Oh, fiddlesticks! I've gone and lost my revolutionary flag again! Hey, Olgar, have you seen my flag around anywhere? Wow, they weren't kidding about Sheena being an airhead. Ooh. Let's get some pyrotechnics in this scene. Reminder to ask Renee about it later. Look up at the audience on this line, Lainey. Give us some real puppy dog eyes. Aww. After taking the time to look it over, the three left the nurse's office and took the script back to Arya.
Woohoo! 3 cheers for us! Mira deposit confirmed.
We got paid for that? 3 reviving balms. That's pretty cool, though. I really like that. Always great hearing about their time at school. But, give me one singular second. All that's left to do is to wrap up our lunchtime investigation, I do believe.
Initializing planner mode.
Over to book retrieval. Can we? Okay, yeah, I doubt we'd be able to see anybody outside. I feel like that would be a waste of computational resources. Not that I would specifically know anything about that. But Head back to class. Alright. The last bell rung just as the group returned to class, and thus afternoon lessons began. Mr. Powell, the MVP. They managed it. All right. There we go. Nothing but Ned. They need to put on Yes up there, honestly. She was hoop in after class. Oh, crap. I've got work today. So they are allowed to have part-time jobs? Well, I guess Albert, because Albert's whole thing, he was against who Agnes was working for, not that she was working in general. And see you guys later. It was nice meeting you both. I hope we can talk more tomorrow. Sure thing. Bye-bye. I've got to do some more filming for our festival screening event. I'll be sticking around campus for a while, so if you want to drop by and chat some later, feel free. Sure thing. Oh, and thanks again for sharing your notes on art history. It was a big help. It was no trouble at all. I get that a mid-year transfer is tough. Don't be afraid to lean on any of us if you need to, okay? They're also accommodating. Everybody sure seems busy. Clubs, part-time jobs, festival prep. It's like there's always something going on. Yeah, I knew it was an elite school, but it's a lot different than I was expecting. In a good way, of course. Aramis is a place that emphasizes freedom and flexibility. That's what's attracted so many people to it over the years. Yeah, like our new boss man in Specs, right? Elaine graduated from Aramis too, if I'm not mistaken. The alumni from this place are anything but a normal bunch. You may be right about that. There are people of all stripes here, although there was a time when things weren't always so upbeat. Is it a time she read about? Because it wouldn't have been a time she experienced, right? No. She's talking about the end of Reverie. Right, yeah. Huh. You don't say. I feel like I've heard something about that before. You have indeed. Well, I'm not sure who actually, like, in-universe, I'm not sure who experienced that, but she must be talking about the time when Ren was running for student council president. Well, I think it's about time we headed out. School's over now, and it looks like everyone's gone to do their club activities and stuff. Good point. Although I wouldn't mind wandering around campus with you for a while if you'd like. We're supposed to be investigating Aramis anyways. Oh, I am so down for that! The Adventures of the Aramis Expedition Squad Episode 2 is officially underway! Let's go around and play pranks on everyone! How about no? More importantly, there's a bulletin board here in the Albert district, right? I think we should do a few requests if we have the time. What? You want me to spend my free time doing work? No way. Hard pass. Is what I'd normally say, but I kind of want to take on one or two actually. We weren't able to do any earlier today. Right. It's against school rules to leave campus during our lunch break. Oh, do you mind if we drop by the student council room again? See if there's more requests for us? Odette and Albert asked me to come, and they want me to bring you along too. Everybody's getting the Reen treatment. If you're fine with going, then we can save that visit for last. Work comes first. Right, sounds good to me. You can now leave campus and explore the Albert district. Ooh, who's calling? Oh. Hey, just popping in with an update from Marduk support. Is floor 4 going to become available? Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Märhen Garten, so check it out when you get a chance, Kay. So, this should be a 4th floor has been added to the Märhen Garten. Because I want... We can play more... Ooh. Oh, they said that that's, They said we can save that for last, and I intend to. Do we have an access point for the Märhen Garten somewhere around this joint? Does not look like it. At least not in front of the school anyways. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and head out into the wider Albert district. Dang. It's not like we can leave any stones unturned here. I kind of wonder, because I definitely wasn't doing this when we originally came by. I wonder if these reset. Like, if these would still be here, or if there was even anything here to collect earlier. Times 100. Ooh. Ah. Definitely gives more of a reason than normal to run around exploring everything. I'll give him that. Okay. There is one here. Alright, let's head to Märhen Garten. Thus additional members were added to the Märhen Garten incursion team. Van and his crew then connected to the same session for a face-to-face meetup in digital reality. All right. There we go.
Holy crap. So all of this is virtual right now? Almost feels like we're really here.
You basically are.
And we can even use our stigmas. Those Marduk engineers must be on some crazy shit.
The technological wizardry needed to manifest all that must be actually unreal. And again, the Capel was 7 years ago. Now they've got stigmas in virtual reality.
Indeed. This outlandish technology far exceeds the phase spaces thaumaturgy can create.
Whoa. Regular old tech has surpassed religious magic?
We may be well served taking this opportunity to collect some information on Marduk.
Might as well.
Disregarding, of course, the brazen assumption that lending our aid once means we're at your beck and call.
Yeah, it's like, how do we get drafted into Arkwright Solutions?
Always gotta get the last word in, don't you? All the same, though, I appreciate you agreeing to pitch in. Mirabelle okayed it without a second glance, too. Guess she's expecting to get some good data out of you.
Of course. Look at us, teaming up with Dominions again. Who'da thunk it? There's not a lot of you, right? Just 12 or something? We'd only ever gotten to know 2 up until now. Those 2 being Gaius and Wazi. Yeah? Well, we've already heard plenty about you. Word is you were kind enough to turn over some artifacts to us a while back. But not before busting one of them into pieces the last time Crossbow went balls up. Yeah. This is the first I'm hearing of that. I, reserve the right to remain silent? Who's that supposed to fool? Enough teasing, Celise. You've had your fun. It's not worth pointing fingers at this stage. We know it was an unavoidable consequence. Anyway, it's nice to finally put some faces to all the rumors. This probably won't be a long-term thing, but hey, get to work with ya. Likewise. Celise and Leon can now be added to your party within the Märhen Garten. So it's like, in universe, I find this extremely weird. A new service has been added to the activity support menu. Because it's like, we were going to the Märhen Garten back in Act 1, 1A. So did Celise and Leon just lounge around the place while everybody else was hooked into the freaking Matrix?
Want a place to chill? Then look no further.
Activity support. No new hacking. Card game lounge. Oh. So this reminds me of the Thieves Hangout, or whatever it was called, the Thieves Lounge, where you could play Tycoon. I would actually... Tycoon with the cast of Trails Because I actually really liked Tycoon. That is a very fun card game. We can, well, actually, before we log out,
For ya.
craft enhancement, yeah. Jealous side. And then, oh, Golden. He's hit the level threshold needed. So obviously we're gonna start with Vandalize Raid. Oh yes, and everything is twice as expensive. So it takes, so in order to fully max out a craft, you have to be at level 50, and it's gonna take you 30. It takes 30 skill stones to max, 30 skill stones at level 50 to max out any one craft.
Let's go.
Elaine still needs a little something something. And Laplace Code, definitely got to give some love to that. Regal Beatdown. Yeah, we can log out of Märhen Garten now. Well, alright. Celise and Leon get. But now we'll be able to go ahead, check out what's going on in the Albert district. Make sure we're leaving no stone unturned. Where is... Ooh, new stuff we can buy. Don't mind if we do. And we can just imagine these are our shared Arc Ride Solutions funds. Anybody else? Yes, the Edith Cathedral has something to buy? Maybe we can purchase communion wafers or... Oh, is that? Don't know where that goes, but we probably won't be able to leave the Albert district anyways. Whatever's going down, whatever we end up getting up to, it's gonna be here. According to recent intel, a dangerous monster, the Regina Geist, has been sighted in the Albert district's abandoned subway line. We would greatly appreciate you taking care of this beast in the guild's stead. Interesting. So whatever our regular request is, our non-monster extermination one is, it must be one we can get from the suggestion box.
Edith Cathedral sure is impressive.
You can say that again. It was erected around 510, which makes it the oldest building in Edith.
Really?
Wow, Aggie, you really know your stuff.
It's got the, so I guess all cathedrals, all places of worship have the same layout, because even back in Trails in the Sky, they all had like this part of the, this part with the pews and stuff, and then this upper viewing area, I guess. By rare items. Power droplet.
Come again. What would you like?
There's not really anything he's got we're interested in.
Don't need to be shy now.
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this. Nice and upgradey. Uh-oh. Ooh. Almost made a mistake. She already has the accelerator equipped. That's it. Whoa, look at that. Yeah, let's get the white scale mail out of here. No. It's an upgrade, but their magic evasion would take a single percentage point hit. I prefer... Yeah, it would jack up her move. We'll wait for something, better to come along. And so, pump that up, pump that up, pump that up.
Come again. What would you like?
Ooh, and we can buy defense 2s and stuff now. Celebrate, why not? Advanced space arts. So it looks like this is the upgrade we're looking for a certain on yes. Umbra Cracker. Cataract Wave. Fire Squall. Ooh, Plasma Sphere. Aura Breath, finally. desperately in need of that. Not Chrono Break. Because the problem with Chrono Break, it sounds great on paper, but when you actually get into a fight, like for a boss battle, it's basically like the Trail's equivalent of status ailments not working. Like JRPGs have so many different status ailments and things like that, but then when you try to actually utilize them on the people who it really counts for, it doesn't affect them at all. So there's no point. I'm not going to be I made that mistake last game. We shan't be doing that again. Right, and before we get to fighting, we're going to need to make sure we put Septium Vein on... I'll probably do on yes this time. So let's buy... just one of Freeze. Alright, that's fine. Attack 2, burn... Nothing new there. No action 2 or cast 2? They're Bogard and the good stuff. But, alright.
Come again.
Wait, he still has new stuff?
What would you like?
I looked through everything.
Come again. No need to be shy now.
I'm not sure what he's got that's still new.
Come again. No need to be shy now. Come again.
Is it
what would you like?
the rare items?
No need to be shy now. Come again.
What the heck does he have that's still new?
What would you like?
Okay, this is... I went through everything.
Come again. No need to be shy now.
We might just have to let it rock, because if I can't find what this actual new thing... Trade items. Oh. We have to trade... Well, we can trade for Celestial Balms. So this is how we get... okay, I was struggling to find this earlier. This must have just become available then, because there's no way. There's not really anything... And it won't let us trade for any of the good stuff either, but it's good that those are becoming available for us now.
Come again.
What?
No need to be shy now.
Okay. That should be it.
Come again.
Okay. Whew, that took a while. And I also need to actually go into my orbments.
Initializing planner mode.
Albert District. Aramis entry. Yeah.
Zoom, zoom!
So, that guy had everything. But before we do any monster extermination requests, okay, yes. Our after-school sales have been on the decline recently, but I think I might know what's causing it. If possible, I'd like to discuss this with the student council. As always, I'll be at the school store on the first floor. Oh, looks like Roscoe left a suggestion recently. Wait a sec. I thought only students could use a suggestion box. No, you get it from all sides. Nope, it's open to everyone on campus, faculty included, but they typically only come to us when they need help with an issue outside their purview. That must seem pretty unusual, huh? Well, considering Aramis values student independence, I think it makes perfect sense. Bet you guys must hold a lot of sway over them then. Probably enough to talk the school store into stocking all your favorite sweets, yeah? Not necessarily, although we certainly get our fair share of requests asking us to. Anyway, it seems like the store is in a bit of a pinch at the moment. Let's head over and see what Roscoe has to say. Yeah, we gotta help out he introduced us to Seven Hearts. It's the least we can do to tag in his hour of need. Don't worry, Roscoe. We'll make sure to get them sales pumped up, louder than you could ever imagine. Welcome. Can I help you find something? Sorry to bother you in the middle of work. It's just that... Agnes explained the note they found in the suggestion box. Oh, so that's why you're here. You kids were already so busy, I'd hate to pile more on your plate, but... Not at all. It comes with the territory. Anyway, you mentioned you were worried about sales, right? Oh yes, our after-school sale numbers have been on the decline recently. Not all of a sudden either, but gradually. Day after day and week after week. On top of that, the items we've seen fewer sales on in particular are sports drinks and nutritional supplements. Ah, nobody's worried about their gains. I see. So there's a decrease in specific products being sold. I haven't changed up our selection any, so I don't really think there's a problem with the store itself. It's just maybe consumer demand has shifted. In the note, you said you might have some idea about why this is happening. Yeah, you see, we actually have a few regulars that tend to come by after school. I guess you could say they contributed to a pretty big portion of our sales. But they've stopped coming in lately. So, the backbone of this operation hinged on a few whales? Wow. So, who are these regulars of yours? The basketball club. They'd come by all the time before practice, sometimes even during. Is this going to end with us having to play a lot of basketball? I've heard our teams are good enough to make nationals because of how rigorous they are with their training. Considering what's in what you stock, it makes sense that they'd be your most common customers. And plus, that makes more sense. Rather than a student who only attends for 3 years, it's the basketball team members who are obviously constantly cycling through people. Basketball, huh? It was pretty fun when we played during gym this afternoon. I like how you have to stay coordinated with your teammates while also keeping toe-to-toe with the opposition. Yeah, you look so cool, S! Yeah. Anyway, I think we're getting a little off topic here. You gave us some details about the situation, but I'm still not sure what you want us to do about it. Do you want us to look into what's going on with the basketball club? Or are you just interested in improving your sales? Naturally, sales are what I'm most concerned with. It's just that I'm also worried about the club too. That's part of why I put that note in the suggestion box, since it involves some of Aramis' students. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like I was coming down on you. We just want to make sure we fully understand our client's request. Client? You sound so professional. Oh, well, you know, they used to do stuff like this all the time at their old school, because they're exchange students. Nice cover, Agnes. Not quite on the level of Van just yet, but she'll get there. What she said. Anyway, we're taking his case, right? Ooh, this is gonna up our law and gray. Considering this sounds like something the student council would want to investigate anyway, we'll go ahead and take your case. It could just be a coincidence. Maybe they don't like the stuff they sell here anymore. Well, even if they're totally fine, it would be a huge weight off my shoulders to know for sure. I hate to ask students to handle something like this, but anything you can find out would be greatly appreciated. Of course, we're happy to be of help. Let's start by talking to Sasha. She's the captain of the girls' basketball team. I'm sure she won't mind sharing some info with us. She's likely either in the courtyard or the auditorium, and the mini-map will be able to mark our way, so we don't even have to guess. Huh. I didn't realize the club had separate teams for boys and girls. Makes sense, though. We're learning all kinds of things today. Okay, time to jump back into the Aramis Expedition Squad Arkwright Solutions Edition After School Chapter. Holy crap. How long is this name gonna get? About the basketball club. And I also don't want to forget, so...
Switching to maintenance mode.
Let us...
Switching to maintenance mode.
Change up, yeah, Rebirth, Basic Space Arts. Holy crap, I have not looked at this in a while. Oh, we have so many more arts drivers because other people have come in with brand new ones. Celebrate. There we go.
Driver switched.
And what do we need? He's got Earthguard and Shade. Van has Abyss, Advanced Time Arts. Yeah. And she has Soleil. Basic fire arts. Looks like it's Celise. No. La Forte, Earth Guard. Yeah.
Arts switched out.
And so we've got Earth Guard on him. Celestial, Arc of El Dorado. So what are we missing? We need somebody who can speed us up. Oh, he's got Chrono Drive. Never mind. So we need to be able to hit more weaknesses, I guess. She has Aura Breath. So we'll give her... Do any of these people have... She's got La Forte. Okay, cool. Let's do... Argent Thorn, I think. Yeah, she'll get Argent Thorn. And she will have Aura Breath as well as... I probably should put like Refreshing Veil on more people, but we'll be alright. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't even do what yeah. You see all these gaps? So we'll do Septium Vein, take that right off of Van.
Shard skills update.
Highly important.
Access.
Increases arts range by 1. Don't
Shard
mind
skills
if and
updated.
we do. Hey, didn't we just buy Cactra? Yeah, let's take this off, buddy
Shard
boy.
skills update. Single element slot accessed.
We'll give
Shard
her
skills
give her that. She needs a cast one as well. We'll take it off.
Shard skills updated.
She also needs an action. Van has this.
Shard skills updated.
If only we could make an action
skills
2.
updated.
But that would make us
That's a
too
single element
powerful.
slot. Skill set change. That's a single element slot.
Stellar Verse. Alright, well,
New
whatever.
skill, huh?
EP cut. We'll give him the... Oh, I forgot about the blue breath. Or the water breath. Increases potency of healing arts.
Switching to maintenance mode.
So instead of
Single
shield
element
2...
Slot access. New shard skill added.
Yeah.
Activating maintenance mode. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
Let's give... Strength plus 3. She doesn't have water arts equipped, so that would not be
Skills changed.
very good.
Skills changed.
Defense
Sorry,
2.
that's a single element slot.
Burn. Attacks crafts can burn enemies. We give her break 2.
A shiny new skill. Skills changed.
EP1. Let's give her the evade. Oh, Swin. Whew, I'm glad I double checked. Went back over it. Let's give him... They don't really have much else. Burn?
Skill set changed.
Okay, so with that, let's start here. Whoa. I guess they're doing calisthenics? But we're not here for that. Oh, whoops. Whoa, what's this? Oh, okay, this must be the acting club.
Do you have a moment?
They all have to share the building at the same time? Oh, everything's been pretty normal on our end. We're just having practice today like we always do. I mean, we did slack off a little bit after the Winter Nationals, but that's about the only issue I can think of. Right now, though, everybody's pumped up for our next big tournament. Ooh, there's that fighting spirit I've heard so much about. I've also heard that Aramis has a strong basketball club. You guys went through some pretty harsh training. You could say that, but it's not all about how much you practice. For getting good relationships is our major key to success, or fostering good relationships is our major key to success. And not just with the players, but with managers too. For example, the manager for the first-year girls is really diligent and thoughtful. She's always the last to leave after practice because she wants to make sure everything gets put away neatly. Having someone like that around really helps encourage the spirit of teamwork. I totally get where she's coming from. Some people may work fast, but they can be super sloppy about it. You're one to talk. It sounds like you know your team inside and out. Well, when you're a captain, part of your role is to look out for everyone. I'm sure I've talked your ears off about the team for long enough, though. Didn't really tell us much about what we're after, though. Getting back to your question, I think I'd be more worried about the boys' team. They've been practicing as usual, but for whatever reason, they just seem kinda down. They used to get so fired up about everything. Honestly, it was almost obnoxious. But they've been oddly quiet by comparison lately. I was actually considering bringing it up to their captain. I see. So something's going on with the boys' team. I should probably be the one to go see what's up, but if you guys are already looking into it, would you mind checking in on them for me? Not at all. Of course, we don't mind at all. I think I saw the boys were over in the courtyard. Let's go see what they have to say. So, we did, so the boys team, maybe recruitment is down? They seemed fairly adamant about trying to get new people on.
Do you have a moment?
He doesn't even get a name? No, he doesn't. I should have known Sasha would figure out something's up. So you guys really are having trouble. It's hard to put into words, but it's like we're running into all kinds of issues lately. Like having to fill our basketballs with air right before practice because they'd all gone flat. And sometimes we'll find ourselves missing stuff like jerseys or tape right when we need them. Sabotage! Maybe you've got a poltergeist? Honestly, a poltergeist would be less trouble at this point. Everyone's been getting pretty frustrated because of how these issues keep messing with the tempo of our training. Some members are even starting to suspect one another of trying to drag us all down. Maybe it's a rival school? It's strange that none of this has been happening to the girls' team. Where do you guys keep all of your spare basketballs and stuff? In the boys' basketball locker room on the first floor of the clubhouse. The manager maintains it all for us. So, the manager is suspect. Which makes them the prime suspect. Let's go ask them to see if they know anything. They might be able to give us a new lead. Some a little fishy is afoot. Are they... Huh? Interesting. Okay. So we have to go... How does one... enter? Okay, got it.
Do you have a moment?
He looks like Julian. I see. Can't say I blame you for wanting to talk to me about it. You haven't been playing pranks on the team, have you? Could you be any more blunt? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if some of our players suspected the same thing. Only the manager and the advisor are given keys to the clubhouse. Nobody else should be able to get in. So the advisor is next up. But I swear I haven't been pulling pranks on anybody. I think that's enough, Nadia. But if that's the case, then it's likely the culprit is a member of the basketball club. Hey, manager! Can I get some spare bandages? Sure, got them right here for you. What, is he on the volleyball team? Thanks. Try not to push yourself out there, okay? If you don't loosen up every now and then, you'll wear yourself out before you even get to an actual match. You're right. I'm just trying to make sure I'm ready before the tournament is all. Especially after I've managed to climb all the way up to first string. Ooh, there's that fighting spirit I've heard so much about. Part 2. But it's hard to train as much as I want when we've got somebody messing with us all the time. I don't want to miss the chance to show my girlfriend how much I've improved at this next tournament. Girlfriend? The springtime of youth. Knock it off, Nadia. It's only natural that you'd want to make a good impression on someone so important to you. She's a really thoughtful person, and she's always been supportive of me. This is the best way I know how to thank her. So, it's probably his girlfriend then. Yeah, believe me, I know how passionate you are about this. Anyway, if you need anything else, just let me know, okay? You got it. Talk to you later. Oh, did he just limp? We'll continue our investigation and let you know what we find. Actually, considering Miss Sonia also has a key to this room, maybe we should go talk to her. Sounds good to me. Thanks for all your help so far. So is Miss Sonia the lady in the green dress? That stutter step he did is high. Is this Frederica? Right. But yeah. Who's this? Miss Leifa. And then Mr. Raffaello. So they are our splendid instructors. No, this is her. No, it's not. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not an expert at navigating Aramis just yet. So it's probably the same deal as last time. We have to go up a floor in order. Yes, there it is. No, who is this? Well, it's Miss Sonia, but...
One sec.
The basketball club? Well, yes, I do have a key to their locker rooms. I'm the advisor to all the sports clubs on campus. Do you ever loan the key out for any reason? Maybe with a record of who checks it out? Only very rarely, since we don't want to risk anyone stealing stuff. We're pretty strict on the managers about that kind of thing as well. However, the keys do open both the boys' and girls' locker rooms. That way, it's a little easier for everyone to get supplies if they need them. Whoa! So Sasha has the ability to access the boys' club room stuff too. Is what's-his-face's girlfriend on the girls' basketball team? So they're like master keys. Sounds like it'd be pretty bad if one of them went missing. This is the first we've heard of it. That means the managers for both teams have access to the boys' and girls' locker rooms, right? Then it's possible someone on the girls' team could be the culprit. What do you mean by culprit? Well, we were just playing a little riddle game we made up, that's all. Don't want to alarm anybody. We had to get a hint from you in order to solve the case. Instantly lying to teachers, huh? But again, we just don't want to... We don't want this thing to blow up any more than it needs to. Really? That sounds like fun. It sure is lovely to see you kids getting along so well. Basically, the exact opposite is what's going on, but... Well, we'd better get back to it. Thanks for all your help. Well... Hey, Aggie! Right, she does not feel good about that. Lying to a teacher? And without batting an eye, no less. I guess you've got a naughty streak in you after all. Maybe it's Van's influence. He's been putting ideas in your head, hasn't he? Not that lying can't be beneficial from time to time. Well, I can't say I haven't learned a thing or two from him. But more importantly, I didn't want this issue to get blown out of proportion just yet. Right. They don't like this would like if she told her the truth, this would have become a much bigger thing. Don't worry, I getcha. Well, anyway, let's go back over everything we've learned so far. The problem is that the boys' basketball team can't practice effectively right now due to issues with their supplies. And although we initially thought it had to be someone on the boys' team causing this, with what Miss Sonia just told us, we now know that the keys held by the managers can open both the boys' and girls' locker rooms. Which means the members of the girls' team are also suspects now. At the moment, however, we still don't have any motives. So who would want to interfere with the boys' practice? That guy's girlfriend. Who? And why? Actually, what if we changed our perspective a little? Instead of thinking over a list of suspects, we should try and narrow down the reason behind the culprit's actions. Try to infer their goal, huh? Well, let's think about what the benefit would be for doing this in the first place. I think there might be something we're forgetting. You picked up on it too? Oh, okay, they both picked up on it. Right, that gung-ho first year we ran into earlier seemed to be favoring one leg over the other. He was trying to keep everyone from noticing, but I'd bet anything that he injured himself. Yeah, didn't seem like he told anyone about it either. Although I'm pretty sure the manager has him figured out already, which is why he said all that to him, yeah. I can't blame him. He seemed so happy to be chosen for first string after all. So maybe this is so there are fewer practices so he doesn't exacerbate his injury? And there was that part about him wanting to show off what he'd achieved to his girlfriend. Yeah, I think we should use him as our jumping off point for the time being. If it has something to do with the first year's injury, whoever was interfering with their practice was doing so because someone else didn't want him to practice. I think there might be someone else that wants to prevent him from practicing. If that's the case, why not just let him rest for a while? Why ruin it for everyone else? Because he's so excited about this. Maybe they tried to get him to rest, but he wouldn't listen? He seemed like a pretty determined guy after all. Whatever the case may be, I think it's most likely that whoever's behind this is someone that wants him to recover from his injury. Considering what we know, the prime suspect would have to be his girlfriend. I think it might be his girlfriend. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, any girl would be worried if their boyfriend was hurt. So, is his girlfriend the manager of the girls' basketball team? Is it Sasha? No, she's the captain, wasn't she? Especially since he's been working extra hard just to thank her. Right. I bet she feels guilty because he's pushing himself so hard. If she's as diligent and thoughtful as he said she is, I'm sure she's been thinking pretty hard on it. Diligent and thoughtful? Doesn't that mean the manager for the first year girls is his girlfriend? Huh? She is? It's all still speculation at this point, but I think she would be the most likely suspect. I guess being a manager would give her access to the boys' locker room too. And when I think back on what Sasha said earlier, for example, the manager for the first year girls is really diligent and thoughtful. She's always the last to leave after practice because she wants to make sure everything gets put away neatly. Oh! Yeah, no, that is not why she's leaving last. Alright, I guess we can call this case closed, eh? That's not what it's called for real, so nobody knows what I'm referencing. But it's alright, it is a-okay. I get it, and that's what matters. Yep, she's definitely had the opportunity to mess with the boys' supplies too. And all without hurting the girls' team. Would she really go that far for her boyfriend, though? If someone found out, it'd just make things worse for him. Tisk, tisk, tisk. OS, you clearly don't know the impact love can have on a young maiden. Come on. Is this about love or morals? I agree with you, Swen. However, we could be here all day just theorizing. I think the next step is to confront her directly and see what she has to say. Alright. Right. The only way we'll get to the truth is by asking her. Hopefully she'll open up to us. Well, the manager should be over in the girls' locker room, so let's head over now. And there'd be a way to prove it if we earn 2 SP, so I got them both right. But like, we'd be able to prove it if we take away her manager key and the sabotage stops. Well, hey, that'd be our person. Or if we make somebody stay behind with her and the sabotage stops. Are we gonna catch her red-handed? No. Okay. So she must be on the upper floor then. Nope. There we go. Is this her? Oh, okay. She must feel down about it. Aw, she's so conflicted. Sorry, but do you mind if we speak with you for a minute? Sure. What can I help you with? Agnes sat down and calmly explained everything that they learned of the situation, as well as their suspicions. Which brings us here. Everything you've said is true. I won't try to make excuses for it. Well, that was easy. I mean, it's not like it was super high stakes. She'll probably just lose her position on the basketball team. I had already told myself that I'd admit what I'd done if anyone ever found out. I'm sorry. I really am. Could you maybe tell us a bit more about why you did all this? I mean, we already have her motive pegged. My boyfriend, the boy you met, and I started dating not long after he joined the basketball club. To be honest, he wasn't all that good at the start, but he would practice every chance he could get, even on his days off. It's been about a year now, and he was finally taken off the benches. Yeah, he seemed pretty fired up about it. But he'd been overdoing it lately and ended up hurting his leg. He's been hiding it from everyone so that he can keep practicing. Okay, Kaz. Every time I tried getting him to take it easy, he told me to stop worrying. I can tell you really care for him, especially since you've been supporting him all this time. Though, actually, that probably doesn't make as much sense, because Reload locks you into doing track, but back in Fes, Kaz can be a member of the Kendo Club, the Swimming Club, or the Track Club, which none of them are the Basketball Club, but that's close enough. Yeah, that's why I thought maybe I could make it so that he couldn't practice anymore. That maybe if I was able to slow him down just a little bit, at least until the tournament ended. So her motive was altruistic. Thank you for being honest with us. I think we have a pretty good picture of the situation now. However, I'm afraid we can't allow you to continue interfering with the boys' basketball team. That being said, I really do want to respect her feelings. What would Van do if he were in my shoes? What should we suggest she do? I mean, we need that gray, so... For now, let's keep this between us. Why don't we go and talk to the manager of the boys' team instead? But we'd have to tell him everything, right? What if he gets mad at me? I know this is going to sound harsh, but I think you're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, she does deserve it. You're right. I'm sorry. I think his manager will handle it just fine. He seems like he's pretty good at taking care of his players. Yeah, but you really think it's okay for me to keep this from my boyfriend? I feel so guilty about it all. I get how you feel. But sometimes being honest isn't for the best. The important thing is to keep him from furthering his injury. Honestly, I think telling him the truth might distract him from practice. I know you must have spent plenty of time thinking this over. You made a choice that you believed would be in his best interest, right? You care about him a lot, so it's okay to wait until there's a better time to tell him. Now that someone else knows, it feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Not being able to tell anyone, it made it all really hard. Thanks for stepping in. Alright, well, so we're not never going to spill the beans. We're just going to wait for a more opportune time. After that, Agnes and the others went to the manager of the boys' basketball team and explained the situation. The girl was open and upfront with him about the situation, and Agnes, Swin, and Nadia did what they could to support her from the sidelines. He calmly accepted her admission and told her that he'd take personal responsibility for her boyfriend's care. So that means benching, bro. Whew, one more case in the bag. I'm sure wasn't expecting something like that to be the reason the store's numbers were struggling. Well, at least our client sounded relieved. Yeah, we did find a solution to his problem after all. Okay, wait. People were buying less stuff. I'm actually not... Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually not sure how this tied into people buying less stuff. I'm sure they literally said it, but I was so focused on the other stuff. Whatever. I'm impressed though, Aggie. You've gotten pretty good at these Aramis 4 SPGs, because that is basically what they are. 4 SPGs, huh? honestly, I think this is the first time I've ever had to deal with a case like this. So, they've been much lower key before now. I just hope that manager isn't being too hard on herself right now. Even if it doesn't excuse what she did, she really was acting out of love for her boyfriend. I guess I shouldn't let my personal feelings get in the way of things, though. I think you're fine. Everyone's got their own methods, right? I'm sure Van taught you that much. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why, but I think I'm starting to miss him a little. Just a tiny bit, though. Okay then, let's get back to our aimless wandering. What's next on the docket? Tea, maybe? Actually, extermination. In case you forgot, we still have more work to do.
Woohoo! 3 cheers for us! Mira deposit confirmed.
Alright. Great plus plus, exactly what we wanted to see. Great rank up. Alright, so next time we need to be a bit more lawful. But we do have something else we're wanting to tackle. I'm just going to drop a save before we head in. So, the Albert...
Initializing planner mode.
Where is this thing anyways? Albert District, subway entrance.
Then let's head over.
But that's not where... I just wanted to hop outside.
Initializing planner mode.
Albert District's abandoned subway line. How do we get into the abandoned subway line, though? Is it that one back? Oh, abandoned subway line. There it is. So we just go this way. And here's exactly where we were headed. I'm not sure why this is not locked. Maybe Agnes learned more from Van than we thought. So this looks like the abandoned subway line.
Watch out for ranged attacks.
Nah, we're fine. Grab these. Assorted grains. Ooh, almost missed this item. So up we go. Whoa. So I wonder, are these things down here just eating each other? Or are they eating hapless wanderers in? Maybe.
There's so many. What a pain.
Uh-oh.
Charge attack available.
Charge attack available. And I need to put some Mirage stuff on a... Oh, no. Yeah. No, I need to put Mirage...
This has booty.
Whoa. Because that's... that gives us a shard skill that reveals treasure. Or at least it did in the last game. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really checked that over, but... Whoa. See, how the heck does something like this end up down here? The evil man. I wish... It makes me miss the... It makes me miss the little blurbs that they used to write about the enemies. Because I'd be very curious about what a manifestation of darkness like that is doing in an abandoned subway.
Treasure chest. Good find.
Agreed. Ooh, and this looks to be a robust one, too. Fairy earring. Alright. Well, we can make it into something good, so not too shabby. Like, I think out of, like... those things are legitimately frightening. Like, encountering something like that. Ooh, CP increase. Especially since there's so freaking many of them. Oh my 80os. So this is our way forward then. Should lead us right into the Promised Land. Grab these. EP recovery. Not that we needed that.
This cutie has booty.
Come to Papa. Celestial Balm. That's gonna be very useful. We do have more. Ways to revive downed party members. Thankfully. Here we go. All right. Begin. I'm glad we doubled back, because I walked right freaking past that. One of these. Begin. Alright. Too easy. But yes, I'm sure as we go...
Expanding search field.
Uh-oh. Whoo.
Expanding search field.
Okay, I was about to say, am I done for? But no. We're too slick with it.
Analyzing code.
Alright. And... oh, a checkpoint. I thought we were good. But no, this is definitely going to be a first round clear. Whoa. There's a lot going on. Uh-oh. Interesting. How does one... this thing would have to move... yeah. It's got to move a bit further up. Okay. Because it was kind of difficult to tell from where we were at how close it was.
Analyzing code. Warning. Security clear.
Alright.
Mission accomplished.
Nailed it. Alter Salos. Ooh. And 2 SP. Don't mind if we do. Alright, so those are our enemies. It does look like they are very susceptible to arts damage. So we'll be able to go ahead and make them feel it.
Ooh.
A fearsome foe's prowling around. Let's get to killing. She has... weak to earth and water.
Stay on guard. Initializing drive.
So she has nothing to back us up with.
We can win.
I just wasted a boost too, so that's not grand. So there's the La Forte, most excellent. Chrono Drive, most excellent.
There. It's up to you, Onyet.
Now let's get in there. Absorbing Abyss. I don't know what that was, but
Boost gauge limit removed.
Firebolt, just regular Firebolt. Not worried about that.
Boost gauge enhanced.
And we've got another boost gauge bonus coming our way. Whoo! Argent Thorn, we're about to lose. Yeah.
Sorry.
This is getting dangerous.
We need to Curia Balm whatever that status ailment is, because it's preventing us from doing the thing.
There.
Yeah.
Here goes. I've got this. Great circle of light. Give unto us the breath of life.
Neat.
Limit increased.
Another terrifying cry, but that's a-okay. He is still boosted, I believe. Yeah. So instead...
Don't take your eyes off the enemy.
What's Earth Guard? Can't move.
Now I'm mad.
So I don't know what that did.
Initiating drive.
Okay. So at least we got something. Crap. Is anybody? No, he's still... She has the thing, Holy Bloom. EP regen, boost recovery.
Grant them life. Innocent heal.
And now she has that water breath, so... well, he's still attack up, but just for one more round.
Boost gauge limit removed.
There we go. And this Firebolt. There we go. Get out of here, dude. Neat. Made it happen. Fear 2.
Request completed.
Reward
And this will up our law. Is that going to be enough? No. All right, then. Let me, from here...
Initializing planner mode.
It doesn't actually look like we've got anything else we can do, so we're going to have to head into the school, the student council office. We're going to handle that next time, though, so definitely join me then for more The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2. Bye for now, guys.
A sea of clouds, and at its heart, the world tree, piercing the heavens. This is the world we call home. All rest